Hi, this is Sharon from craftyandcreativeideas.blogspot.com. I'm here today to bring you another one of my Wow That's Cool videos from the series. This one is on my scallop tag topper box. I did this for birthday. It has the birthday papers on it and the cupcakes on the back. And this was created using both the scallop tag topper punch and the angled tag topper punch. So we're going to get to going on this, and I'll show you how to construct this little box. I tried to make this, what I had in mind when I was doing this was a milk carton, but not the same top that a milk carton has, and I was trying to look on the web and see like what I could find as far as the measurements, the close measurements on split coast stampers, and it was saying that the box is, some people were saying a 1 3/4 inch, some say 2 inches on the bottom. But anyways, I went with a 2-inch bottom on the box to try to create this. We're going to start out with chocolate chip paper, and I cut this at 10 by 6. Okay, and on the long edge, what I did was I scored this. I wanted a 1/2 inch to 3/4 on each side, so I evenly figured this out. And we're going to do a 3/4 score, a 2-inch, a 4-inch, a 6-inch score, an 8-inch. And if you score it at 9 1/4, that way you end up equally with 3/4 of an inch on both sides. Then you're going to turn it to the short side and score it at 2 inches and 4 inches. That's going to let us have a center square, which is the bottom of our box, that will come out as a 2-inch square, and the 2 inches on each side, so on and so forth. Okay, so once you have that all scored, then we're going to cut the box. We're going to cut on the score line all the way up to, from the short edge, all the way up to the center square where the bottom of the box would be on both sides. And then turn it over, and we're going to do the same thing on the reverse side. Right down the score line. Bend this a little so I can see a little bit better. I'm going to flip this because it's almost easier to see from this side. And like so. Now, taking your scalloped punch, we're going to take the center strip that we've cut. We're going to put this all the way into the punch. And you might want to turn your punch over so that you can see that this thing is going in there all the way. Okay, once you make sure that your punch is all the way, the paper is all the way down into the bottom part of the punch, you can go ahead on your scallop and give that a punch. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite middle side. So kind of bend your paper out of the way here so it doesn't get caught in there. Put it inside there, sort of centered. And then you can punch that out too. Okay, that gives us both of our scallops on that side. Now for the middle, I would kind of bend some of these things around because it's a little easier once we try to maneuver this, but just kind of crease them on the folds. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut pass up the 3/4 inch, but go to the next crease, and we're going to cut that off on all 4 sides. Okay, then you're going to take your angled punch. Now the reason we want the angled is because if we don't get rid of part of the excess in here, the box is going to bow out. So you're going to put this into your angled punch, and now this one is going to stop where the middle of the paper is, because if you bend your paper, And it is not going to be all the way through into the punch, but that's correct. It should not be all the way down. It's going to stop right with this. So just kind of put it in secure in there, and then you're going to punch that. Same thing on all 4 of them. So push that through. And on the other side, also push those through. Not cooperating. And the last one. Okay, so that gave us a little bit of an angle now here, which is going to make the box not bow out quite so much. So just give all your score lines some little bends so that it's easier when we go to work with it. And then figure out which is the inside or the outside of your paper. You can always tell because the outside is a little bit smoother. Okay, then, now with your good side of the box, make sure, because the inside's a little duller looking. On the good side of the box, and on the tabs where you did the angled punch, you're going to take some of your double-sided tape, and you're going to put a little bit of tape on the edge. And on the center part, on this, on the same tab, and you're going to do that on all 4 of them. Okay, after you have it, the tape on 8 different places, then we're ready to assemble the box. So now you want to peel away. Okay, so I took this off of the one side. I left this so it doesn't get caught. Okay, so now we're going to bend this forward, and it's important that you match up so that it's laying squared off, otherwise the box is going to bow. And that should stick to the inside. I'm going to bend this one. And the same thing, if it would stay off of my fingers, would be good. There we go. And then you're going to bend up the opposite side. And bend those inside also, matching up your edges, which is going to form your little box. Bend this inward a little bit, and we're all set. Now for the rest of the construction of the box, I had cut out 2 pieces from Just Add Cake paper designer series. And I put a little tape on the back of that, snail, I'm sorry. I'm going to put those on. These are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, the front of the box, as you can see I had made the cupcake on there. So the white pieces are once again 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. I had used our cupcake punch, and I had punched out Pretty in Pink, and I had sponged with Pretty in Pink ink. I had also used the bottom, I used the bottom of the cupcake with Crumb Cake, punching that out, and then I just took a felt marker and just made some little scribbly lines on the cupcake paper. So I want adhesive on the brown. Now when you punch out the brown top of the cupcake, which is your chocolate chip again, I took the very first scallop, because you've got the large one, then you've got this one. I cut off the bottom scallop totally off of this to make it shorter so that I could fit that onto here like an icing flowing down. So that I just laid on top of the cupcake. Oops, I need a little more snail in there. And I line that pretty much with the top of the bottom of the cupcake. And then pretty and pink piece went on here. And then I took my itty bitty punch pack, the 3/8 inch circle that on Whisper White, and then I used Real Red to punch out a cherry, and I added that to the top. I just grabbed dimensionals off of the edge, so it's only little sections of it, and popped. And then I popped it onto here. And then I put a little snail. And then just glued that to the front of the box. I had also, I didn't do it on the camera here, but I did do it on here. I had sponged the edge of my crumb cake with crumb cake also. For the top of the box, I had used about 6 inches of pink, pretty and pink ribbon along the top and just knotted it with a little piece of twine. And then for the banner, I used my itty bitty banners stamp set in framelits. And I used the happy birthday out of that. And I had cut out happy birthday out of there, which was stamped with pretty and pink. And I put a 3mm gem on each of the dots of the birthday. I had cut out one banner of pretty and pink, and it was like this. And I did sponge it with pretty and pink sponge, and then I cut it in half. Onto that, I just put this on each side like so, and then another one on the other side. And then I just trimmed it to make it look like the banner was bigger than the banner underneath, but it isn't. It's just pieced underneath. Then you want to just put a dimensional underneath that. And once again, all you need is two little pieces of dimensionals under there. You don't need a full dimensional. Just cut a piece off the edge, and you're going to just put it onto your box like so. And then attach your ribbon to the top. I hope this video has helped you, and if it has and you've enjoyed it, if you have time to leave a small comment or a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. Check out my blog for other projects and ideas at craftyandcreativeideas.blogspot.com. And until next time, God bless. Thanks for viewing.